So in today's video, we're going to look at the 5 things you must know before moving to Knoxville in 2024. So the first thing up on our list is that Knoxville in particular, and Tennessee in general, is an area that is comprised of people who love their personal freedoms. And this shows up in a lot of ways in our daily lives. And one of those ways is that we believe very strongly in the Second Amendment, and we believe that you have the right to carry a firearm for personal protection. So we're a constitutional carry state, meaning you don't need a permit as long as you're 21 years old and can legally own a firearm. Another area that we see the freedoms that we love and the common sense that our state brings is in our regulation. You're not going to see overregulation as it relates to the environment or building. We have low overall taxes. It's a very business-friendly state. We just passed, our governor just signed a new law in that shortens the time it takes to permit for a house. And the last thing in this section is that we're a very patriotic area. We really support our veterans. We understand that those freedoms that we have are not free, and we really appreciate and love the people who have given that to us and served today, as well as our law enforcement who keeps us safe on a daily basis. So the second thing you need to know is Knoxville is big on education. We have some very good public schools if you have kids who are in secondary primary education. So Knox County has over 50 elementary schools, there's 16 high schools, 16 middle schools, and we've got some of the best public schools in the state right here in Knoxville. Second thing we have in our area is some really good private schools. So if you're someone who says, I want my kids in a private Christian education, we've got a lot of good schools for that. University of Tennessee's here, which brings all the educational things that surround a major university. Mississippi State. So maybe it's not that you have a child that's moving on, but maybe you want to do some learning later on in life. That's the great thing about this area. You have so many different places that you can do that here in Knoxville. So third up on our list is going to be Knoxville's cost of living. Everyone knows we do not have a state income tax here in the state of Tennessee. That's a huge savings. The overall cost of living here in Knoxville, Tennessee is 13 to 15% below the national average. Cost of housing is 25 to 29% below the national average, depending on which website you look at. The third thing that you may want to consider when you live here is your groceries. So how are groceries? Well, if you do a little research, you'll find out our grocery cost here in the Knoxville area is 10 to 11% below the national average. So it doesn't really matter what you look at. Here's what you're going to find out. Knoxville, Tennessee is a very cost-effective place to live. So the fourth thing that you need to know before moving to Knoxville in 2024 is that it is an outdoor lover's paradise. Not only do we have a lot of parks that you can enjoy, but we also have a lot of places like Imes Nature Center, the outdoor playground, Tennessee River that runs right through downtown Knoxville. It's a big boating area. And you may not be a boater, but maybe you want to do stand-up paddle boarding, or maybe you want to get into kayaking for exercise, or maybe you want to do, a lot of people do, which you just go have a picnic on the banks of the Tennessee River. We're right at the foothills of the Smoky Mountains. That's another great thing about this area. If you want to go up in the mountains, you drive an hour, you go up into the mountains, you enjoy the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and all that it has to offer. So the fifth thing that you need to know before you move to Knoxville, I said you may find a little interesting or not know, is that Tennessee is very centrally located. Most people don't realize this. You're within 1 day's drive, which we consider to be 10 hours, to 2/3 of the population in the United States. You also are a short drive from a lot of other cool areas, such as Atlanta. That's 3 hours or less. You can be up in Asheville, a couple hours or so. That also plays into our really growing economy, because the 3 interstates that actually come together and come through Knoxville make it a great place for businesses and manufacturers to be, to get their goods out to the rest of the country. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you found it informative for the 5 things you need to know for 2024 if you're moving to Knoxville. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so below. Give us a thumbs up. We love those if we can get them. And until next time, guys, can't wait to see you around Knoxville soon.